Confirm. Hang on, hang on. Yeah, sure. What's on your mind, computer? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. You're welcome, computer. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. Well, but you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. You're welcome. Welcome. Oh, yes. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal.
Time to play the game.
Time to play the game. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Really? Do you mean it? Honest? Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. That's so special. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Thank you, computer. 696. 420. Blaze it. Soundboards. Okay, where are you getting the banger settings?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Music?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
I do have a like stream safe playlist
Employee number 427's
that I like to play.
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427
door
and he
435.
pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him
Good
what
luck, have
buttons
fun.
to
Yes,
push,
enjoy your lurk.
how long to push them, and in what order.
Oh.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although
I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna see what happens.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I am
And
happy
then one
with
day,
my work.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly
You guys
an
remember
hour
Flat
when he
Stanley?
realized that not one single
That was like a
order
big thing
had
in
arrived
elementary
on the
school.
monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
If a
instructions.
minute and an hour
call a
went up to
meeting, or
70,
even
how
say
many
hi.
things will be submitted
Never in all his
for
years at the
times
company
like
had this happened.
1:69 p.m.?
This complete isolation. Something was very clearly
Oh, like the
wrong.
one soundbites you
Shocked,
redeem. I want to
frozen
play the game.
solid,
Oh.
Stanley found himself unable to move
I go to
for the longest time.
soundalerts.com and there's like an
But as he came
extension
to
you
his
can do for
wits and
Twitch.
regained his senses, he got
And
up
that like
from his
links up
desk
to it.
and stepped out of his office.
I would always stream at X69 p.m. 4:20:69 p.m.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh wait, where's... Oh shit, did I pass it already? Okay, here we go.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I mean, I can click it 20 times if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
What?
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Challenge accepted.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment.
I'm
A willingness
trying.
to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay. Where's that? Yeah, the numbers are going down. All right, where's 417? There you go.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay. Okay. If we had 13 months, we would have 28 days. Wait, where's 28 days for every month, and we wouldn't need to do daylight savings anymore. I'm down for that. I found the achievement. Where's 437? Need a map. Oh, dang it. Oh, here we go.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Okay. 415. $4.20.
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay. All right. All right. Oh God, where'd it go? Yeah,
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
the copy machine.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Oh, this is so exciting. 417. Oh, it's yeah.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Yeah. Woo. Oh. 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 How do I?
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go
I'm
give me a
unstoppable.
few clicks on door 416.
Let's go. I had so much fun doing this. It's so exciting. 41416. Yeah.
We've almost got it!
We almost
now
got
the
it.
copy machine, do that one again!
Okay. This is the best day of my life.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
Woo!
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
I don't know. How ignorant of me. Okay. I don't remember what I wanted to do last time. Does it
Where
matter?
are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled.
Wow.
Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yes. I want to see what the meeting room looks like now that we got all the figures.
Still no one
No.
was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps
Well.
his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers.
No,
If I
fuck
did,
this
you
broom
can
closet.
guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay. Bathroom. Say, that's a lovely purse. That's my purse. I don't know you. All right.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
No humans
Crushed by
anywhere.
the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an
Close the
emotional
door.
dumpster fire,
Aw.
if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Oh,
Even now, in his darkest of
I had to
hours,
close
did
the
the
door.
bucket's warmth and guiding light
I've been trying to
pierce
figure
the
that one
dark
out.
clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so
8.
absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket
Oh,
did he
shit.
have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes. This is
Yes.
certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay. I think I know what button I'm going to push this time. I escaped with the bucket. No, I didn't escape with the bucket last time. It wouldn't let me take the bucket with me.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Thank you, bucket.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
As long as
The
I have the
bucket
bucket.
is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
The bucket is here for you. The bucket loves you.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Facility. Beep.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Still don't
horrible
know what that's
secret
about.
did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Beep.
The monitors jumped
Yes,
to
this is
life,
the
and
stalking
Stanley nearly
footage. Very
dropped the
good.
bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Everyone, there's no one
The
here.
bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
There, bucket. It's all right. Fear not.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Don't betray
Had
me,
the
bucket.
bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Whee!
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept
No.
it. His own life in someone else's control, never!
Especially not the
Squeezed the
buckets.
bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Trust no one. Except
But here
the
was the
bucket.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery
What
would
past?
never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way.
I pause. Way redeemed, show me what you got. And, all of my physical art is packed, so I can show you some digital art. Let's see what we got here. Doo-doo-doo. It's okay, I have a butt ton of digital art. Mostly what I do. Let's see. I haven't been in this folder in a while. Want to see some Zelda fan art? I got a butt ton of Zelda fan art. Let's see. Go. This is still one of my favorites. That's got my watermark all over it. But yeah, I think I made this one like 2 years ago at this point. Still my favorite. One of my favorite games. This was from Breath of the Wild, I'm pretty sure. Breath of the Wild era Zelda. Are you gonna try to sell me art too? I'm a terrible salesman, so no. I just like to show things. I just like to show my things. You can buy it if you want. I won't stop you. I'd fucking buy. Yay! I do have them. I do have them for sale. I think there's a link on my art Instagram. That's Arts by Nar. Don't think about it. Just do it. Shia LaBeouf style. Do it. Do it. My first pro emote will be from Nar. Yay! I'll draw you some emotes. Happily. How much are my prints going for right now? I'm such a great business person. Take my money. I think 250. No. I think like one of the cheapest ones is like $10. It's on the internet somewhere. 25 cents done. And I expect only pennies. Please. Love the smell of pennies in the morning. Oh yeah. That's my style. That's what I like to do. I usually like to draw like more horror stuff, more spooky stuff, but I also like to do a lot of fan art. You know, especially Zelda fan art.
And the bucket made a sassy comment
My
about
favorite
taking
thing.
down the system.
I'll have to do an art stream sometime soon. It's been a while since I've done like a full digital piece, you know? I have a bottle of protein used as a storage for pennies. I'm glad you have a place like solely for pennies. I do animations as well. I actually went to school for animation and game design. So I like to do those things too.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
Bucket,
Stanley
why?
gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along?
The little
To
kitty
take
emote
over
is
the
one
machine and claim the
that I
power for
animated.
itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust. Then suddenly, an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
What?
Birds.
Birds.
Silly birds.
Birds.
The control buttons became active again.
I need Sloppy Gumdrop to move. Yes, not me, the character. Yes. I need some sloppy gumdrops. Oh, what silly bird should I press? I want to see this silly bird. That is a silly bird!
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another,
Oh,
and then it dawned
more
on
silly
him.
birds.
This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and
Wow.
surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Kiwis are
The
silly
mind
birds. Also,
controls
hi,
were only a
Hades.
facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known
Those
this all
hummingbirds?
along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands.
Wow.
The one
Thank
who
you,
had pointed
Bucket.
him towards this incredible discovery.
That is a silly bird.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place.
Yeah.
Living through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Have you seen the size of their
all
eggs?
the possible
No.
paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
Also, yes, the Stanley Parable.
Was happy.
I could sit here and look at silly birds for a while. Oh, never mind. You should definitely play it. This is my first time playing it, and I'm having a grand old time. Also, I have to look up kiwi eggs now, because I'm just genuinely curious. Kiwi bird eggs. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? Where are its organs? How does it's like the entirety of the inside of its body. I do see it. I don't know if I can put it on the screen because I don't know if that counts as like body horror. Where are its intestines? My God. A kiwi egg is almost as big as that of a fucking emu, and emu eggs are big. SCPs, I tell you. They are. Kiwis aren't real. Like most birds. Seriously. Imagine the omelets. Okay, we're going to the broom closet.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We're doing it.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm going without bucket. I hope that's okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It is this way, right? Yeah. Duh.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Talk less, do
Feeling a
unbelievably
wave of
amazing work
disbelief,
all the time,
Stanley
every day,
decided
with
to
no
go up to his boss's
expectation
office,
of
hoping he
promotion.
might find an
I mean,
answer there.
yeah.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
So
no
you
reason
say.
to still be here.
I don't believe you.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Yep.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Well,
as it is,
deal
he's
with it.
literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
There's a different bucket.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because I can.
Please offer me
Free
some
will.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
We got some tape. We got wrenches. We got
You do realize
orange
there's no
thing?
choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
and again.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Perhaps.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Is that it? Is that why you all keep saying that?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Hey! The broom closet ending was my favorite.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom
Inside.
closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this,
Hey.
the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
That would be.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
Well.
It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
All right.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Ugh.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Well, that's debatable.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. Fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details.
Fungus?
I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
What if I'm not? After reading what a kiwi has to go through to lay that egg, I no longer want to make omelets from them. I am uninterested in the birthing process of a kiwi egg. I've seen enough. Is he not gonna kill me? What if I went in with the bucket? Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh my god, was that thunder? That was crazy! I know you probably didn't hear it, but it sounded like a tractor trailer driving down the street. It's insane, I just know that. I'm curious, but I don't think that's I don't think I'm curious enough. Elevator dance party? Doo-doo. I don't think I got this elevator to do last time. Up? Up? Well. Okay, I think there is something else I didn't do.
Stepping into his manager's
Without the
office,
bucket.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
You've talked enough.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Okay. I can beat
Feeling
it.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. Oh. Into the basement. Bang, bang.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, he didn't.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
We'll see about that.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't want to.
At this
I want to go
point,
down the
Stanley
spooky
was
hallway.
making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
You know, sometimes we just gotta face our own mortality. For the thrill of it.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
So it doesn't
Stanley
matter.
can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps
Just the
his
office.
death was of no
Just
great
numbers.
loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
R.I.P.
Farewell, Stanley.
It's been nice. Oh,
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
whee! Oh,
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
again.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know. You're asking the
When
wrong
every
guy.
path you can walk
Oh.
has been created for you long in advance,
Wow.
death becomes meaningless,
Strider!
making life the same.
Hello.
Do you see now? Do you see that
Do you
Stanley
see?
was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. I've been dead this whole time? I mean, I guess that tracks. Finally, a map. So many exhibits. Love it. The office. Ooh. Meta indeed. Button sounds. Make some cool beats with those. The end. What else we got going on in here? Textures. Wow. Ooh, ah.
Now look
Yep.
closely, Stanley.
Oh god.
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
They're clips from early tanks that were not used in the final game. Neat. Okay. Alright. Very minimalist. I can't say, I'm big on that. Oh! 42. Can I push that button? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Okay. An off switch. Hold on. Probably just gonna be more rooms. Okay. Shut the whole thing down.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Can I? Oh,
Can you see? Can
no.
you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still say this to me. You can stop the program
Not
before
the
they
freeze
both
frame
fail.
faces.
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Kidding.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Squimpshy. Well,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. A good bucket.
bucket.
A strong bucket. A humble bucket.
A humble
committed
bucket.
A bucket of... Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office.
Yes.
Nothing responded to the bucket's touch.
Why?
But it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
The bucket is life. The bucket is all.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Whee! I want to go in the broom closet with the bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps
Security
his boss's
bucket.
office was where he'd find out. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Oh, womp womp.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No, that's gonna take me in circles again. Whee! Looks an awful lot like the lounge. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Be gay, do crimes? I don't know. Oh. Okay. Can I use this now? I don't think I've done this with bucket. Damn you, elevator. Useless.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Wow.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the
Bucket
guiding
knows
him?
all.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Of course it is. Am I missing anything else? Is there a path I've yet to explore? I'd like to get down to like the warehouse floor, like where all the
Stanley and
boxes
the
are.
bucket walked straight ahead through the large door.
I don't think
that
I can
read,
get down there without
Mind
dying, though.
Control facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Do, 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 do.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
Can I just eat myself off the
monitored
side
like
here?
guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Don't you worry, Bucket.
Was the bucket
not.
under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
That's a great question.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
The fuck it bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as
I don't
the
even know if
cold
these
reality
numbered
of his
buttons would
past
do
began
anything.
to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They
Us against the
high-fived.
world. Bucket. Oh. It was loud.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly,
you and me,
the two of them
Bucket.
began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive
We're gonna
door.
get married.
The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the
womp.
bucket not about to be freed?
No.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
I can't go
Until
on without
finally
you,
the truth
Bucket.
hit Stanley square in the face.
And I won't leave you
This
behind.
building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
I
Not
want
while
nothing
this
else.
building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But
Well-
at least he has the bucket.
Yes.
To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
The end is never the end is never the end. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well. All right, I'm gonna try something. Try something in the warehouse.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was
Bye.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It is a good lounge. Can't lie to you.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply
Nice.
stood here, drinking
Calming.
it all in.
Delicious.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. I think that takes me to the basement again. I don't know. Alright, I'm trying to get
Stanley
down
was
to the
so bad at
warehouse.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
No, because I'll die. Hold on. I go up here. Whee! Oh. Doo, doo, doo. Thing I can land on safely? No, no way. Whee!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I'm so strong. Bucket. Wait a minute. Bucket, what are you doing here?
Ah, the embrace of an old friend.
Why is
a
everything
weathered companionship
different?
that stands the test of time.
Huh?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No.
Bucket's
Never
always
mind.
right.
The bucket was wrong.
Wish me luck so I
Stanley
don't get a
took the
call
door on
in
his
the
left
last 5
to go
minutes before
back to the
clocking
meeting
out.
room.
I feel that. It's always like the last 30 minutes of
No,
work I
Said
get
the bucket.
purchase
Don't
orders
go to
in.
the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Ah, it's like, hey, I know you're about to clock out in a half hour, but can you enter this, please? What's this way? Oh. With my bucket. Oh, right, the tapes. Is there anything else here? No, can't see.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
Is this me?
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Oh, right, he reminisces about the bucket.
Sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
What a rush.
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down
Sounds like an addiction, buddy. I would
doesn't
think there's help
make
for that.
sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
Just to let us know a
Why
payment was sent, which is
everything
absolutely...
feels
This
so-
could have been an email ass call.
What do I do with this treasure? I can
What? That
monetize
seems
it.
so redundant and unnecessary.
It's unthinkable the
They
amounts
didn't
of
even
money
need to
people
communicate
will
it
pay
now.
for even just an hour.
You have to
with the
notate the
bucket.
call just to say you got the call
This
and just wait for it to
is
get the
my
payment.
golden ticket.
That's
But I have to
infuriating.
be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's
Corporate
going to be a target on my
America.
back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get. What's that? Who's there? Caporata.
Fascia, fascia, fascia. You set it up for the same day delivery, so why you calling? Impatient. Impatience with some of these people. We have one client that hasn't paid their last 10 invoices, so we're like, we're not sending any more to you. Don't get upset about it. Would that room be different if I didn't take the bucket?
The meeting room.
I don't
yes, that's
know.
where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Are you sure? I'm all alone. There's no one
When Stanley
here
came to a set of two
beside
open
me.
doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
Couldn't
admire
have
it.
waited 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
The lounge was sublime, a work
Nope.
of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew
I
it
want
was
to know what's
something
up with this
deeper.
lounge room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Okay. I think I went through the vent with the bucket last time too, so
Stanley
I'm
was
curious.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whee! Oh. Whee! Ah.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
What? What?
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What
I
a
don't
silly
know.
and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording?
Wouldn't that be
It was
fucked?
all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be
Sometimes.
so simple to be you.
Oh.
Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you
It's
must
not too
find the
bad.
world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh. And so he murders me. Well, shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
But not today.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But
I'm gonna
Stanley
take
had
it where
felt
it's
the
not allowed
bucket
to go.
calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be
I'm
correct?
not supposed to
Well,
take
no,
the bucket to
never
the one
mind.
room, but I want
The
to take
bucket
it
was
anyway.
wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Good.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why
No,
or
Bucket.
how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose
Oh, no!
not to think about it. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms.
How romantic.
How deeply touching.
Yeah. Bucket bossy must listen. The bucket
Someone
knows.
was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
Huh.
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Oh.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
Yes.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I'm finding that the
Stanley
bucket is
took the door on
often
his
wrong.
left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Okay, I'm not gonna fall to my
said the
death this
bucket.
time.
don't
Maybe,
go to the
we'll see.
meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah. Good.
Yes.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he
Yeet.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yes, bucket. Danger everywhere. Okay. I'm going.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says,
But-
no buckets past this point.
I wanna.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
We don't need
This
to do anything about it.
misunderstanding could have dire consequences.
The bucket is right.
On the
Reality
entire
is
rest
wrong.
Of the game
Correct.
If not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
I know what's a bucket.
Step in here for a moment.
Drive safe, way. Happy your workday's over. I'm gonna determine what is and is not a bucket. Is
Now
this
then,
a bucket?
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Let's begin. Is it cake?
Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I know your games.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct.
Aha.
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I'm so smart.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Oh no.
Correct.
Aha.
This is a bucket.
What's next?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
It's definitely not a bucket.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
I knew
To
it.
be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank
Hey.
you for not making me look like an idiot.
Give me
Okay,
some
next
credit,
one.
buddy.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
I got everyone right. See, I know what is and is not a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Oh shit. I don't know. It's gotta be.
Trick question.
Oh.
Both. Gotcha.
What? That's not fair.
Item.
I wanna speak to
Wait,
the
hold
manager.
on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Well, no.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here.
'Cause you
Of
couldn't
course
find
it isn't
it.
a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
So am I.
I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
You got me,
Do
buddy.
any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with.
Oh.
I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going
What?
to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
You
Okay,
won't.
here we go.
You wouldn't.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything
Everything
disappear?
is
Wait,
a bucket.
was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
We're not
Yes,
buckets.
I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone
Happily.
else, maybe don't mention that.
Well,
Who knows what that information might do to a person?
probably turn
All right,
them inside out.
here we go.
Well, I may be wrong, but I think so far I've gotten all of the endings. And it's about 8:30. So, sequel is now paused. I think with that, I am going to raid out. Let me see.